What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about my experience here, 5 months in Colombia during this whole quarantine. Give you an idea of what's going on. If you're new to my channel, what's up? Hit that like button. If you're old, what's going on? Today we're going to be just talking about my life here in quarantine and give you guys a better perspective of what's happening right now in comparison to what I've noticed happening in the States. So stick around and enjoy the information. The main reason why I'm doing this is because I've noticed in the comments people will ask for requests, and so I figure there's a lot of people don't really understand what's going on, and so hopefully this can give you guys a lot of insight. So currently I'm in this city. Bus right there. I'm in the city of Barranquilla, Colombia, and it's been an amazing time being here. My experience here in total has been wonderful. However, I've been in quarantine, which has been a hard situation. So let me just give you an idea of how quarantine is in Colombia. Pretty much quarantine in Colombia is like literally you're in the house for a certain particular time. All right, in the States, from what I'm hearing, quarantine was curfews, but people were still able to come outside at a particular. Everybody was still able to come outside. Here, they had it set up where they call it pica de célula, right? It's something they do normally for vehicles to limit the amount of vehicles that are on the street. They call it pica something, right? But this one was called pica de célula, where it means your ID. And pretty much, depending on your ID, whatever your ID says, your last number, that determines what day you could come out. So originally, I was able to come out every other day, right? So that was cool. But then that drastically changed. And then it was like, I was able to come out twice a week. And it was going on like that for a while. But now it's gotten to the point, 5 months later, it's once a week. The reason why they keep making these changes is because they keep reaching these deadlines that they thought they would reopen, but the situation got worse, and so they try to tighten things up. So we got into the point where it's almost as tight as it's ever been. They're trying to restrict a lot of people from movement, not in a bad way, but if there's no reason for you to be outside, you shouldn't be outside. They do understand people need to get to work. They had recently opened the malls up, but they just decided, you know what, we're gonna have to shut these things down. If you want to order now from the malls or these stores, you can order from the store, but you have to do it from online. I went and bought a book bag. They didn't have anything online, but they give you a WhatsApp number, and then you call the WhatsApp. Literally, I'm in front of the store. They won't let me inside the store. She gave me the number, and I had to send a request. Yes, I need a new book bag. And then she sent me pictures of the book bags and everything. I'm like, man, I don't really. And then so she walks in the store to the front of the entry, and I point at the book bag I had to get. So it's one of those situations. They really are trying to limit human interaction in total. But for the most part, this city has become one of the more cities that has the most cases in the country of Barranquilla. I mean, I think it's a privilege for me. That's kind of weird to say, right? That maybe I can give you guys more insight on what's going on because I have first-hand experience being in a city that has a lot of cases. For the most part, I spend most of my days here. I don't even be out in this balcony like that as much as this is the most as I've been in my balcony since I was able to go outside. So it's been one of those situations like really, really tough for me. Another thing that they have us do here that I noticed they don't do in the States is they make us wear a mask, right? You've seen that. It's mandatory. That's without a fact. It's not for discussion. If you want to come outside, you need to wear a mask. And I know a lot of people feel iffy about the situation, but I think it's kind of weird, you know, like when it comes to certain things, like, yo, just put the mask on. You know, if anything, it's just to, if you feel fine, but just, you know, if you're a part of a member of the society, what's the big deal? I think the mask won't last forever. Eventually, we'll get to a point where we don't have to wear any masks anymore. But this country's not playing with that. Now I'm gonna get to a topic that people have been asking me about, and one of them is, why don't I go to a different country? We're currently in a pandemic right now. The idea of going to another country is almost difficult. I can probably get back to the States or go to Mexico, which I've talked about, but I'm really iffy about going to the States right now because the EU has just banned the States, travelers that are coming from the States. If something were to happen in the long run, I feel like I'll be more likely to be able to travel from Colombia to different parts of the world from Colombia than from coming from the States. But who knows? We're just, only time could tell. So going back to the States is not the situation. Cancun, Mexico would make a lot of sense for me right now since they're opening. I just have to see what steps they're doing in the future, but that is a possibility. But I would love to stay here and make it to the point where the city opens up so I can give you guys firsthand experience. Because once the city opens up and when I'm able to travel, I know I can give you some phenomenal content. So right now it's just playing the waiting game and just me being patient. Because they have more cases here, they're saying that this city, they might shut the borders for anybody coming into this city. Now, I've told you guys I wanted to go to Cartagena, but Cartagena is not doing as well neither at this point. They might start rolling back some of the procedures. If I didn't mention it, each city has like a standard of rules they must take in place, but then the mayor of each city can go ahead and add extra rules. All right, so there's most of the part is lenient rules, but then the mayor can add extra rules. So each city is totally handled similar but differently, if you understand what I'm saying. So the rules that are here might not be the similar rules in Medellin, which I'm hearing Medellin's doing a lot better, so their stores are opening up. But then I'm hearing now they might be considering rolling back. I don't know how true that is, but that's one of the situations they got over there in Medellin. So it's a delicate situation on me going to these cities now. My plan is when they start domestic flights, which they supposed to start this month, I would be able to get on a plane and go somewhere. But they're saying they're not announcing what airlines and what cities are going to open up domestic flights just yet because of this resurgence of numbers, this surge of cases in the country, and they don't want to open up an airport from a city that has a lot of cases. Like currently right now, San Andreas is one of the places I want to go. They don't have any cases right now, and so they want their airport to be open. Cartagena wants theirs to be open, but they have a lot of cases. The mayor of Bogota, I don't know her situation, or I don't know if it's a her or a guy, but they've been exploring the option of opening. Bogota is like a major hub, so they've been looking at how they're gonna open up. I think Bogota would have to open up its airport though, on some capacity, just to allow connecting flights. I don't know how they'll do it, but it's gonna be real interesting. But yeah, man, it's been an interesting thing. Now, as far as the culture here in the country, like interaction wise, it's a difficult thing because everybody is social distancing. So like what you can do, you can probably maintain friendships with the people you already met before social distancing, before quarantine, but it's a very delicate subject right now. There's one thing you can take away from this whole conversation I'm having with you now is deadlines. All right, right now what Colombia is trying to do is do what's best for its people. So they've been pushing back certain deadlines. Oh, we're going to open up the border. Remember they pushed that back all the way to September? Or we're gonna have businesses running. They did that, then they had to roll things back. they rolled things back recently because of the spiking cases, and so they're like, oh no, let's roll all of that back right now because it's not working. And I can see them doing that for future deadlines because they want to make sure before they open up this country, their citizens are A1 okay before that happens. So I know that might not be good news to a lot of you guys, but I'm not one of those guys to just give you only good news. I gotta keep it 100 with you guys. Some people are just gonna lie to you. I can't lie to you, man, and I'm here firsthand and I'm seeing it. Like, they're pushing back dates. So September is a long time though, so we gotta have our fingers crossed. But I will know for sure, and we will all know for sure on this channel, when I'm able to travel conveniently, then that would mean that they are getting ready to allow people to come into this country. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. More on the way from me. If you're new to my channel, once again, hit that like button, subscribe. And yeah, man, if you got any questions on Colombia in terms of what's going on in this country, feel free to leave a comment, man. I would love to hear from you guys. All right, that's about it, man. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video, man. All right, peace.